Welcome to all. Today we can discuss a compound epicyclic gear train, Sun and Planet gear. Compound epicyclic gear train is shown in figure. Here, this is the figure. This figure represents a compound epicyclic gear train. It consists of two coaxial shafts S1 and S2 and an annulus gear A. Here this gear is an annulus gear. In this annulus gear, internal gears are there like this. Internal gears are there in this annulus gear, which is fixed. This annulus gear is fixed. The compound gear or planet gear, this particular gear is a compound gear. That means the gear B and gear C both are mounted on the common shaft. The sun gear D, this is the sun gear, and this compound gear is the planet gear. The sun gear D and the arm H, there are so many elements are there in this particular compound epicyclic gear train. One sun gear, arm, then a compound planet gear, then an annulus. Here annulus is fixed. Then this type of arrangement is known as a compound epicyclic gear train, sun and planet gear arrangement. Okay. Here the annulus gear has internal teeth. The annulus gear has internal teeth, and the compound gear is carried by an arm. This compound gear is carried by an arm and revolves freely on a pin of the arm H. This is revolving around this planet gear. Okay. It may be noted that when the annulus gear is fixed, the sun gear provides the drive, and when the sun gear is fixed, the annulus gear provides the drive. In both cases, the arm acts as a follower. That is the condition. The gear at the center is known as the sun gear, and the gear whose axis move are called planet gears. That is the condition. It has a side view. Then this one is the front view of the compound epicyclic gear train. Here this is the annulus gear A, that is same as this particular gear A. Then this is the compound gear arrangement. Here this gear is gear C, and this gear is gear B, and both are mounted on the same shaft. And gear C is directly meshed with this sun gear. Gear C is directly meshed with this sun gear, and gear B, this particular gear gear B is directly meshed with the annulus. That gear is directly meshed with the annulus. This gear B is directly meshed with this annulus. That is the condition. Then in this table of motions, we can say that let a TA, TB, TC and TD be the teeth, and NA, NB, NC and ND be the speeds of the gears A, B, C and D respectively. Then we can construct the table of motions. Here first one, arm fixed, gear D rotates through +1 revolution. In this particular figure, arm fixed and gear D rotates +1 revolutions. Arm fixed, gear D rotates through +1 revolutions. That means 1 revolution anti-clockwise direction. Then revolution of elements for arm, that motion must be equal to 0. Arm fixed, that means arm has this particular value is equal to 0. For gear D, that one must be equal to +1. That means 1 revolution anti-clockwise direction. Then for compound gear BC, here when this particular gear, sun gear D, rotates, here we know that D is directly meshed with gear C. That means ND by NC is equal to TC by TD. TC by TD. ND by NC is equal to TC by TD. That means NC is equal to NC is equal to ND into TD by TC, and here ND is already we provided that value of ND as plus 1. Then NC is equal to TD by TC, and that must be in opposite direction, that means negative. Then NC is equal to negative TD by TC. Then for annulus gear, gear A, that gear A is directly meshed with gear B. Gear A is directly meshed with gear B. Then one peculiarity is also there. When B rotates in clockwise direction, then this annulus also rotating in the clockwise direction. When B rotates in the clockwise direction, then A also rotating in the clockwise direction, because the gear A has internal teeth. That is a peculiarity. Then NA by NB is equal to TB by TA, and that NB is equal to NC, because that is a compound gear. Then we can substitute the value of NC from this equation. Then NA is equal to instead of NB we can use NC. That means minus TD by TC into TB by TA. We know that when NB is in positive direction, then NA also in positive direction. That means there is no negative sign required here. Then NA is equal to minus TD by TC into TB by TA, minus TD by TC into TB by TA. This is the value for gear A. Okay, then in the second condition, second row, arm fixed, gear D rotates through plus x revolution. That means once again for this arm, this value is equal to 0. For gear plus x. Then for compound gear, this value is equal to minus x into TD by TC. Then for gear A, that is equal to negative x into TD by TC into TB by TA. This value into x. Then add plus 5 revolutions to all the elements. Then finally total motion is equal to for arm plus y, for gear x plus y, then for compound gear y minus x into TD by TC, then for gear A y minus x into TD by TC into TB by TA. This is the table of motions. Then first question. An epicyclic gear train consists of 3 gears A, B and C as shown in figure. The gear A has 72 internal teeth and gear C has 32 external teeth. The gear B meshes with both A and C and is carried on an arm EF which rotates about the center of A at 18 rpm. If the gear A is fixed, determine the speed of the gears B and C. This is the question. Okay, here is the solution. TA is equal to 72 given, TC is equal to 32 given, then speed of the arm EF is equal to 18 rpm. Considering the relative motion of the rotation as shown in table. Okay, here table of motion. First we can create the table of motion, and then in that case, step 1, arm fixed, gear C rotates through plus 1 revolution. That means for arm EF, the motion is equal to 0. Then for gear C, gear C that is equal to plus 1. That means 1 revolution anti-clockwise direction. Then for gear B, when we examine this particular figure, here gear B is directly meshed with the gear C, so that NB by NC is equal to TC by TB, and that NB is equal to NC into TC by TB. That must be in the negative direction. That means when C rotates anti-clockwise direction, then B must be rotates in clockwise direction. That is the indication of this particular negative sign here. Okay, then when NC is equal to plus 1, that's equal to NB is equal to minus TC by TB, that is this particular value, minus TC by TB. Then for gear A, gear A is directly meshed with gear B. That means NA by NB is equal to TB by TA, and we know that gear teeth directly mesh with the internal gears of this annulus. That means when B rotates in the clockwise direction, then A also rotating in the same direction, clockwise direction. There is no need of negative sign here in this particular gear arrangement. Then NA is equal to NB into TB by TA. Then we can substitute the value of TB, NB from this particular equation. Then NA is equal to minus of TC by TB into TB by TA. NA is equal to minus of TC by TB into TB by TA. Minus of TC by TB into TB by TA. Then we can cancel this TB from this point, from this part and from this part. That's equal to minus TC by TA. Then in the second condition, second row, arm fixed, gear C rotates through plus X revolution. Then arm C again 0. Then for gear C plus X. Then for gear B minus X into TC by TB. That means this value into X. Then again for gear A, this value into X. Then add plus 5 revolutions all the elements. Then finally total motion is equal to plus for arm EF plus Y, for gear C X plus Y, for gear B Y minus X into TC by TB, then for gear A Y minus X into TC by TA. Then coming into the final part of the question, here speed of the gear C, we know that the speed of the arm is 18 rpm. Then y is equal to 18 rpm. 18 plus 18 rpm means y is equal to 18 rpm. Then and the gear A is fixed. Gear A is fixed means y minus x into TC by TA must be equal to 0. Y minus x into TC by TA must be equal to 0. Y minus x into TC by TA must be equal to 0, or y is equal to substitute. We can substitute the value of y is equal to 18 rpm. Then 18 minus x into TC already we know the value of TC and TA. TC here TC is equal to 32 and TA is equal to 72, and speed of the arm is equal to 18 rpm given in the question. Then 18 minus x into 32 by 72 is equal to 0. Then we can calculate x as 40.5. Then speed of the gear C, from this particular table, the speed of the gear C is equal to x plus y, and here we already found out the value of x 40.5, and y already we know that y is equal to 18 rpm. Then total value of the speed of the gear C is equal to plus 58.5 rpm. Plus 58.5 rpm means 58.5 rpm in the direction of the arm. 58.5 rpm in the direction of the arm. Finally, the speed of the gear. Let dA, dB, dC be the pitch circle diameters of the gears A, B, C respectively. Therefore, from the geometry of the figure, dB plus dC by 2 is equal to dA by 2. From this, the this particular figure, we know that the radius of this annulus gear is equal to radius of gear C plus diameter of gear B. Radius of gear C plus diameter of gear B is equal to radius of annulus. That means radius of gear C plus diameter of gear B is equal to radius of annulus. That is the condition. This is the condition. Then diameter of B plus DC by 2, that means radius of C, that must be equal to radius of A, that means dA by 2, or 2 dB. We can multiply the equation throughout by 2, then 2 dB plus DC plus dA. 2 dB plus DC is equal to dA. Since the number of teeth are proportional to their pitch circle diameters, 2 TB plus TC is equal to TA, or 2 TB plus, we can substitute the value of TC as 32, that must be equal to 72. We can substitute the value of TA as 72, then that TB is equal to 20. Then speed of the gear B is equal to y minus x into TC by TB. We will get that equation from this. We can have that value from this particular table. The speed of gear B is equal to y minus x into TC by TB. That is equal to 18 minus 40.5 into 32 divided by 20. We can substitute the value of TB from this particular answer. Then that value, the speed of gear B is equal to minus 46.8 rpm. Minus means 46.8 rpm in the opposite direction of the arm. Here we know that the arm rotates at 18 rpm. 18 rpm means positive value. Then this value is negative value. That means when arm rotates in the clockwise direction, then this rotates in the anti-clockwise direction. When arm rotates in the anti-clockwise direction, then this speed of the gear B must be in the clockwise direction. That means just opposite to the direction of motion of the arm. That is the final answer. We can state that the speed of the gear B is equal to 46.8 rpm in the opposite direction of the arm. Okay, thank you all.